up, YouTube? Welcome to today's video, and today you will witness some extreme RNG on some ends and also some extreme bad RNG on other ends. And it's a lot to do with gambling of cards and squire dropping, so have fun watching me destroy a viewer's dreams. Quick tempo gamble. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I at least I don't really poof belts. I don't think I've ever actually poofed someone's mage blood. I've only got good results. Two deleted belts incoming. I mean, it's not. There's no way it's gonna get deleted, right? Where's my mage blood actually? I don't even know where it went. No one knows how to play it. I mean, I am right. I completed the 100% deli map. It was good. It's just some things in life are just better. Why it took 4 months? Because they weren't really spending the time to develop. They weren't spending the time to develop PoE. Okay, 1 of 1. I bet you percent attributes and move speed. Wait, where'd it go? Okay. Alright. Well. What? Dude, what is going on? I don't understand. What is... At least it's right near the interest. I mean, I've never poofed 2 mage bloods in one session. Alright. I mean, this one's not too bad, at least. Print 3 mage bloods for one of their viewers today. Next time for sure, yeah. Forever gambling viewer shit. I don't understand what happened today. Oh yeah, what am I even gonna gamble? You fast as fuck without mage blood? Yeah, that was an epic display of... One at a time. We'll start with the big card first. Okay. Well. Why am I so unlucky with this shit? Alright. And it's gonna be gone. Hopefully not. Please not. Okay. Worst streamer RNG? I mean, my RNG is pretty bad in general. I think like got blacklisted or something on our... Oh no, the presser. Oh yeah, it's my shield, eh? Yeah, you'll never make it as a 5-way carry. It's a ruthless market out there. Yeah, it's a squire. Oh wow, we got 2 squires. Damn, that's actually crazy. Yeah, we finished. Man, that's actually crazy. Wow. Wait, where are they though? Okay, hopefully. I mean, that was a little bit of good and a little bit of bad. As they say, everything balances out in life. So give me some cards to gamble. And in the end, everything will even out. So, like I said, I was going to try out Winter Orb Magic Find. And Winter Orb Magic Find has been a very, very interesting experience. Let's just say the character no longer exists right now. I've stripped it of all its gear. The character does not deserve the gear it was wearing. The skill is just too bad. And we're going to go over exactly why it is so bad, because I was actually curious myself. How could one of the best skills of all time, and Winter Orb was the meta for like 2 leagues in 3.5 and 3.6, and how did it actually get so terrible? Like, how did GGG manage to take this beloved skill and turn it into absolute trash? And this is something else that's kind of more of a life lesson. It's like sometimes in life we remember things much more fondly than they actually are. And in reality, it's just not the same anymore, whether it's because of nostalgic purposes or because we're just more grown up. For instance, at Winter Orb, I always thought that it was going to be super, super good. I didn't think I was going to be channeling. I thought I was just going to be running through the map, zipping through. Everything's going to be dying. Screen-wide explodes with the area, kind of like what's going on in this video. And you can see this gameplay is back from Synthesis League, and it is relatively fast. And Path of Building is also very, very deceiving in terms of its damage numbers. And we're going to get into why this number on the right side over here with 80 mil DPS does not feel as good, because numbers don't always tell the full truth. And I do think that GGG needs to revert the nerfs, because I think Winter Orb is actually a pretty beloved skill. A lot of people really, really enjoy playing it, and Blade Vortex and stuff like that. So I do hope that GGG finds it within themselves to have the mercy to bring back this beloved skill. So what exactly did they do to Winter Orb? Well, the biggest thing, in my opinion, or there's 3 different things. Was first off, they gutted the base duration of the skill. So the way the skill used to work before was that it had a base duration of 1.2 seconds. Before, it was 0 seconds. However, before, you would get 0.4 seconds to base duration per stage. So that means when you're at 10 stages, you'll have 4 seconds base duration, or 4.8 seconds if you have the Winter Orb enchant. And what that means is that every single time you have percent duration scaling, you're scaling off of 4 seconds in the past, and now you're scaling off 1.2 seconds. So it's almost like 3 times worse, roughly. So scaling off 1.2 seconds base duration means that even if you take all of the duration nodes on the tree and take Malevolence or something like that, it does not feel good at all. Like, it felt like the Winter Orb was falling off almost immediately. I had to spend all my time channeling. The only time it felt okay was when I had Soul Eater buff and I was able to channel immediately for 12 stacks. Now, next up is target acquisition range. So what that means is how far the mob needs to be in order for Winter Orb to fire at it. And they did do a 20% reduced target acquisition range. So that makes it such a melee skill compared to before. So this is not really the biggest thing. I think the duration is actually the biggest thing. And the next part is actually the biggest thing. Is that now the Winter Orb fires projectiles every 1.6 seconds instead of 0.8 seconds. So effectively, they cut the damage of Winter Orb in half. And they make you gain it back by channeling. So when you channel, you have 100% more projectile frequency. So you go from 0.8 to 1.6 seconds. However, this feels like trash because you are going to be channeling the whole time. So right here, you can see when you're not channeling, you only have 4.2 million DPS. And then if you have overlaps, it's like 33 million with AoE. However, this doesn't even tell the full story, which is that the duration is so bad that a lot of times you might just be having 6 stages or 5 stages. So that 80 million DPS or 90 million is now like 20 million. And that doesn't even take into account that Winter Orb might not fully overlap. So you can see the skill was introduced in 3.5, 3.6 it got a damage nerf, it got a damage effectiveness nerf, and then 3.7 GGG were like, fuck this skill. This skill is too good, we're going to destroy it completely, and everything got changed. They hit the target acquisition range, they hit the duration of the skill, and they also hit the quality of life of the skill. So why did the build feel subpar? And the build was not like super subpar. It was just more subpar because I was running like 100% quant on my Magic Find gear, and I was trying to do like 100% deli maps. If you look at the clear, it's not too bad. Like, it's not the greatest in the world. And I do think that it brings up the fact that comparison is the thief of all joy, because I'm comparing this build to Lightning Arrow. I'm comparing it to Ethereal Knives, and it's good, but it's just not really up there in like the best skills of all time. Now, Winter's Orb's duration is very short. You can see I'm having to channel a lot in order to keep it up. And you can see I'm always pausing into channeling instead of just being able to run through the map like how I remember the skill used to be. Now, without the skill being physical, I think is another problem is that I think Fizz Convert or Fizz is extra added on the Headhunter buffs makes a huge difference. When I play Ethereal Knives, the damage on the tooltip actually turns to 0 because it's infinity and it can't calculate it anymore. However, Winter Orb, I think, is nowhere near that. The damage does not get that crazy because Headhunter does not really benefit pure elemental skills with no Fizz conversion. And there's no real source of explosions outside of Herald Device. You don't have the elevated explode chest or to explode on a bow to really carry the skill. And that's a pretty big problem. And this clear will just never feel great enough, especially with area skills, without some sort of explode. And standing still to do and channeling feels terrible. It's never going to feel good. Because I think a lot of people's imagination of Winter Orb is you're just running through the map with like 12 stacks on it. You have to stop like every 5 or 10 seconds to channel a little bit. And like I said, in the end, the skill is just a worse version of Ethereal Knives in my opinion. Or even Blade Vortex for that matter. I think Blade Vortex having a longer duration, having a duration enchant, and also being able to scale better with Headhunter Bust because it's a Fizz skill really makes Blade Vortex stand out. So there's really nothing special that Winter Orb does. It's just a fun skill. Now overall, I would like to see GGG buff more skills, like how they nerf skills. Like they really did a masterclass with Winter Orb. They hit its duration, they hit its quality of life, they hit its damage, and then they also hit its target acquisition rate. So they were able to fully nerf the skill. So in that same logic, I know that they can fully buff a skill, right? They can buff the quality of life, they can buff the damage, they can add a vol component, they can make it have better clear. So there's so many different things that they can do. So it'll be nice to see what they come up with in PoE 2. And I think something else to mention is that scaling projectile speed is a lot easier to scaling area of effect. It's a lot easier to get projectile speed and have it have full screen coverage. And never ask me to gamble. I think a lot of people don't really care about the currency, so they're like, whatever about it. But I feel terrible losing all that currency for my viewers. Like, 2 Mage Bloods gone, 1 Apothecary, 1 Doctor gone down the drain. And it seems like I took all their RNG and converted it over into Squires. And on the Squire note, make sure you get all the altars before opening the Strong boxes. As you can see here, there's an upside that says unique items dropped by slain enemies have 30% chance to be duplicated. And that is exactly why the Squire got duplicated. And something else of note is that the player quant and rarity is actually 10 times more common than other options. I never really knew that, but just something to keep in mind. But thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know down in the comments below if you ever had someone lose all your currency in 2 clicks. But thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you find more Mirrors, Divines, and Maze Bloods than me, and see you next time. Bye!